You ever had someone cut in front of you in line? Like you're invisible? Yeah, I thought so. Well, imagine you're just doing your job, trying to help a polite elderly man, when some smug, self-proclaimed queen of quickness pushes past him, and you, without an ounce of shame. She thought she was being clever, but I had the perfect way to put her in her place. If you've ever wanted to serve instant poetic justice to someone who thought they were untouchable, hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready, because this story is going to leave you grinning. It was one of those steady but busy afternoons at the store. The air smelled faintly of fresh bread from the bakery section, mixed with the sharp tang of disinfectant. My register sat quiet for the moment. I was second on call, the backup cashier. The first register was handling the main rush, but as soon as that line started to stretch too far, I'd get called in. Sure enough, I heard the call over the headset. Register 2, open. I pushed my chair back, smoothed my uniform shirt, and stepped up to the empty conveyor belt. The policy was clear, and it wasn't just for order's sake, it was about fairness. You walk over to the other line, gesture to the next customer in line, and invite them to follow you. I caught the eye of the next person, an older gentleman, maybe mid-70s. He had kind eyes and a slightly stooped posture, but there was a quiet dignity in the way he was stacking his groceries. A carton of milk, a loaf of rye bread, some vegetables. I gave him a polite nod and motioned for him to come over. He smiled, started gathering his things. And that's when she appeared. From a few spots behind him, this woman, late 30s, glossy hair, wearing an expression that could curdle milk, just paces forward. Fast. Almost like she'd been waiting for her chance to pounce. She tossed her groceries onto my belt without so much as looking at either of us. I froze for a second. Did that just happen? I cleared my throat. Ma'am, I was actually calling the gentleman here. He's next in line. Without missing a beat, she looked at me like I was a mildly annoying fly and said something that, in her language, basically meant, life is for the quick ones. I felt my jaw tighten. My hands itched to shoo her right back to her spot. But before I could say anything, the older man gave me this small, tired smile and waved his hand as if to say, "Don't worry about it." And that's the thing. Sometimes kindness makes it even harder to watch someone get walked over. Fine. I scanned her groceries in silence. The rhythmic beep, beep, beep filled the awkward air. She pulled out a crisp banknote, cash of course, and handed it over. I opened the till, counted out her change, and had the coins in my palm when she suddenly said, "Wait. I think I have the exact change in here somewhere." She started rummaging in her purse like she was digging for buried treasure. Now, here's the thing. Normally, I'd wait. I'm patient with people, especially if it's just a few coins. But this time, oh no, this was my moment. I looked down at the coins already in my hand. Then I looked at her. And with the gentlest motion, smack, I placed them right in front of her on the counter. I gave her my warmest, most charming smile and said, "Life is for the quick ones." For a second, I swear I saw her cheeks flush. Her lips parted, like she wanted to fire back, but nothing came. She grabbed her change, spun on her heel, and stormed off without another word. The older man, now at my register, was grinning ear to ear. He gave me a little thumbs up, the kind of gesture that says you just made my day. It wasn't some grand, months-long scheme. It was quick, sharp, and perfectly fitting. She'd played her life is for the quick ones card without realizing that, in this case, quickness worked both ways. And I just handed her a taste of her own smug little medicine. The best part? The satisfaction wasn't just mine. That old man, the one she'd cut in front of, walked away smiling too. Sometimes, justice doesn't need to be loud. Sometimes it's not about yelling or starting a fight. It's about timing. And the sweetest revenge is when you let someone trip over their own attitude. If this story put a smile on your face, smash that like button, share it with a friend, and tell me in the comments. Have you ever dished out instant karma? I'd love to hear your best payback in the moment stories. And of course, subscribe for more tales that prove the universe has a sense of humor.